Hey everyone, I'm Kiki.
And I'm Kari.
Welcome to our 10th video.
It's our 10th video! Yay!
Oh my gosh, it's been officially 2 months now since we started posting on this dear channel. Yeah, this is crazy, and you know, we're here at 1K. Thank you guys so much again. And as a little special, we decided to have you guys ask us questions, and today we have compiled most of them, and we're going to be answering them here today. And while we're answering them, we're gonna have a speed paint of some art that Kari drew. We hope you'll stick around to hear us answer some questions, and let us know if you see that your question was answered. Anyways, let's get on to it.
Yeah.
Alright, so our first batch of questions comes from Ruemitaka5289. Hey, congrats on the 1K subscribers.
Thank you.
Thank you. What do you enjoy most when you draw? Do you like the lore aspect or the design aspect? Keep up the great work. I can't wait to see more videos. Again, thank you. We look forward to making more videos because this has been so fun so far. Anyways, Kari, what is your answer to these questions?
Well, personally, I've always liked character design, so I really like doing the character design aspect of our art, but you know that we cannot help but add little bits of lore to the character. Like, you know, I resist naming these characters or giving them backstories, but, you know, I think we just might have to do it, even if it's just a little bit. But yeah, that's my answer. What about you?
So when I'm drawing, I don't know, I don't really think a lot when it comes to drawing. I kind of just let things flow as they go. I let things flow as they go, but my favorite thing in drawing is honestly just the coloring part and getting to do like the face. I love doing the face. Even when sketching, I start off with the face because if I don't have a beautiful face, then I can't draw the rest, or it just doesn't flow as nicely. But yeah. And for lore versus design, well, I mean, for me, they both kind of go hand in hand. Like, I'll have a design first, and then I'll stare at the character lovingly for a long time. And then, you know, something will happen. Something will come up in my brain. Like, oh, this character likes to do the party rock anthem dance at 3 a.m. type thing. You know, it just happens naturally. It's not really a conscious decision, so I guess both.
Oh, and one thing, I just realized that I forgot to answer the first question. I really like to render, because I like to render a lot, so even if I do, I don't know why, but it just really irks me to just do a sketch by itself. I have to render over something. So yeah, I'll put that out there.
Alright, thank you for your question.
Thank you. Also, we see you. We remember you. Thank you for being here.
Yes, we see you in our comments a lot, and we're very happy to see you every time, so shout out. I love Osomatsu-san. Anyways, next question. Alright, this next comment is from Tsuni. Congratulations, you guys make amazing art. You deserve all the subscribers. Thank you, thank you.
Gosh.
As for the questions, do you have any inspiration for art? Any specific artist or show, for example? And a silly one, which one of you has the most OCs? I hope you both have an amazing day and keep creating amazing content.
Thank you. It's enough to make a grown man cry.
Anyways, alright, so inspiration for art. Okay, so for my answer, I don't really have much inspiration in terms of like artists or shows. I mean, I follow a lot of lovely artists, but I don't have like a lot of inspiration right now in my art journey so far. So I don't have any inspiration other than, I guess, Kari, because she is the only other artist that I'm around constantly. So she's kind of like the only person that gives me inspiration, but other than that, I'm kind of just inspirationless right now.
Okay, so my answer. Did I pass? Am I gonna pass? So the only two artists that I can really think of being a really big inspiration to me is Ayoops, who also does YouTube, and then Reno Tuna, who is a Korean character illustrator. So with Ayoops, after I discovered her art a couple of years ago, that's when I actually started rendering, and then I realized that I really liked rendering. Like, rendering is literally, it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's my thing. It's my zing. And Reno Tuna's like shading like really inspires me, and I tend to reference their art a lot. Also because they do character designs of like random animals and stuff like that, and that really inspires me. So yeah. As for the OCs,
we'll be right back. We're gonna go count all of them. Alright, so we counted all the OCs that we have, not counting the Cocoberry Cafe characters or anything like that. So, I, Kiki, have 54 OCs.
And I have 52.
Yeah, so I won that one.
I thought I was gonna win.
Well, you thought wrong. Anyways, thank you for your questions. Now let's go on to the next commenter. Alright, so this next comment is from Brooke Arts. Hello, hi. Congrats! I hope you guys continue to grow. Your content is so awesome. Thank you so much. Question: where are you from? Your accent is so interesting. It kind of sounds Canadian or maybe up north in the US. So we will answer this question because I think this is a very interesting question. So we are not Canadian. We are Hispanics living in America.
Why are you saying that?
Well, I'm just being honest.
We are from the US of A.
We're from the USA, and a hint, we live in Mickey Mouse's house, so you know.
Another thing I'd like to add is we've actually talked about our, I guess, accents. It's an interesting topic for us to talk about because I think it's interesting. Like, we were born in the US, but we grew up in a Spanish-speaking household, so there's that. But when, the internet rolled around, we were young, we were really young, and so we started watching YouTube, and I don't know if you know who Rhett and Link are from Good Mythical Morning, but we started watching them at a really young age, so I think part of their way of speaking kind of rubbed off on us and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. I think we talk a little strangely. I don't think it's that bad, but I've always had the perception that we speak a little funny. Although other people have said that we speak like eloquently. Is that a word? Eloquently. I don't know. But
I mean, we did, like, even before watching Good Mythical Morning, we did watch a lot of shows that came from Canada, but also Australia, and then some from the UK. It's like every show that we became attached to that we really enjoyed, like kid shows, none of them were from the US. Like, most of them, like Bob the Builder,
yeah, but so I like to think that Rhett and Link really impacted the way that we speak.
Yeah, I don't really know. It's a really interesting thing to think about, how the things we watched as kids may or may not have influenced the way we speak. But thank you for that question. That was really interesting. All right, next question in the comment. One thing I want to say, thank you all to those of you who have put multiple questions in one comment. I love answering questions, so I'm very grateful that you guys, came up with a lot of questions. That's great. That's great for us. Anyways, are y'all twins?
Okay, let me put this out there. We've had quite a few comments from a couple of people asking if we are twins. And the answer, wait for it guys, are you ready? Yes, we are twins. We are not identical, however. We are actually fraternal twins, which is basically twins, but not identical.
You learn something every day. But yes, we are twins. What made you want to start a YouTube channel? So we have always kind of been creating stuff. Like, since we were little, we would make little videos, little skits and whatnot. Although they are cringy now looking back at it. But we always had that little dream. And when YouTube became a thing, we, kind of practically lived on YouTube, watching YouTube all the time. And so we kind of always wanted to be YouTubers in a way. So this channel, you know, is kind of like a dream of ours, and we're finally doing it. So that's pretty epic. Was there other content that you thought on making a channel on besides art? For me, yes, and that was gaming because, you know, we watched art channels, but we also watched gaming channels as well. And it's
hello everybody, my name is Mark.
Yeah, hello everybody, my name is Mark.
Was that the Bite of 87?
Oh my gosh. Anyways, like, yes, for me, I really like gaming videos, and I kind of would like to make videos like that, or like stream myself playing a game, because I don't know, I love playing video games. I mean, video games are like an inspiration of mine too. I mean, I guess to answer that previous question from the last comment, that is the only inspiration I have, video games. And I don't know, I just love video games, you know? So if it wasn't art, it would have been gaming for me. Maybe we could still do gaming, because this is our channel, so we can kind of do whatever we want. I think gaming is still under the creative umbrella. We could, like, maybe stream gaming one day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let us know if you're interested in, like, maybe us streaming randomly whenever we feel like it. Let us know. Even if you don't want it, we're gonna do it anyways.
Well, yeah.
It's my channel!
Well, thank you so much for your questions. Let's go on to the next comment. Alright, this next comment is from Stabo the Gremlin. Congrats on 1K, eat cake to celebrate.
I love this comment already.
Of course you do, because you love cake. I love cake so much! But yes, we will eat cake. Thank you so much. What's your favorite clothing style or color palette to play with? Like pastels or colors that work together in your opinion? So, for me, when I draw a character, the clothing kind of comes after drawing their face and their hair. Usually, I don't really have styles in mind, but if I do happen to put together an outfit that's giving a specific aesthetic, then that's what it is. But it's never really a conscious decision, really. And in terms of color palette, I love to play with pastel colors and like bright colors, because that's kind of just me. I'm like, oh, rainbows, and I love rainbows. I love me a pastel rainbow and a regular highly saturated rainbow color palette. So that's my answer. Kari, what about you?
Okay, well, for me, I gravitate towards a lot of, like, clothing styles, like, maybe something that's, like, coquette, or something with a lot of frilly things, or maybe something that is reminiscent of the 2000s. I tend to gravitate towards that, like, baggy jeans, or bell bottoms with, like, I don't know, a top. And with colors that go along with those, I tend to gravitate towards like browns and stuff. I used to be really big into like red, white, and black. I still like red, white, and black, but like in terms of, I don't know, designing characters and also probably my own personal preference, I do like a lot of browns and yellows. Wow. But also dark colors. Dark colors, I've always liked them, so I gravitate towards them a lot.
Alright, thank you so much for your question.
And thank you for telling us to eat cake. We will. Or I will.
You keep thinking about cake. Anyways, let's move on to the next comment. Zemo24 asks, how did both of you get into art/drawing? Was it a decision made later on in life or a long-term thing?
Can I go first?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So for me, ever since I was a kid, ever since I was a kid, ever since I was a kid, I've always gravitated towards like art and stuff. Like whenever our teachers would give us assignments that were creative, I would get super excited about that. I don't think it was until like elementary school, like when I started getting more serious about art, and that's when I actually started getting a sketchbook and like keeping sketchbooks after that and keeping track of them and stuff like that. And I think I also started making OCs around elementary school as well. So I guess I've always wanted to do art, and I've always been interested in art. So yeah.
Well, for me, I guess it was the same thing, because, you know, of course.
Yeah, we're the same.
Yeah, we're the same twins. You're the same person. Sorry. But, like, you know, we're sisters, so we've done everything together. So it's like we also drew together a lot. So, like, naturally, I would also pick up that, you know, natural desire to draw. But for me, drawing was something that, you know, it's like something that I could do, is like, you know, something to do rather than like watch TV. I would draw. And I don't know, just, you know, obviously as a child, I wasn't like, oh yeah, I want to be an artist. But I always knew that I loved it. I loved drawing, because drawing on a piece of paper was like my imagination going wild. Like I could draw whatever I want. And it just something that I always liked doing. So I guess it was like just something that we kind of knew we would always like doing, and it did get more serious by elementary school. Like, I think my first sketchbook was probably in 4th grade, and then ever since, we just kept drawing. And then I think by middle school, I had my first OCs created, so yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Andrea Luna 9554 asks, will you guys be making videos where you also create lore for the characters that you draw? Okay, so with our videos so far, like our character design videos where we create characters, we like to think of those characters that we make with our drawing challenges as like characters that become a part of the Cocoberry Cafe universe, but we don't really think of the lore before making them. It kind of just happens like after, and it's not really like super thought out or anything like that. It's just like, oh, they like this, they do this. It's like silly little lore.
But I will say, we have plans for other characters made more specifically for the Cocoberry Cafe universe, and they may or may not have lore videos, so wink wink.
So as of right now, we're not going to be making dedicated videos to characters' lore, but definitely in the future we will start making lore-focused videos in the future. So yeah. On to the next one! Alright, so Willow Bat asks... Hi Willow.
Hello.
How to make these types of videos without being nervous. So I'm so glad that you're asking this, because, you know, we started this YouTube channel literally not too long ago. We started working on it 2 months ago. But I'm going to be very honest with you. It did not take 2 months to get started on this channel. It took a lot longer because we were nervous to start this channel. You know, starting is, I think, the hardest part, but once you do start, it gets a lot easier. I feel like with stuff like this, it's kind of hard to not be nervous. I mean, we were incredibly nervous in the beginning. I think you could probably tell that in our first few videos we're trying to get comfortable, and I think by now, like as of recording this, we are a bit more comfortable, I'd like to think. It's kind of just a just do it moment. I mean, yeah, I would recommend though that you maybe make like a fake video that you don't upload, but just to get into the motions of recording a video, editing it, and then watching it back. Because we definitely have done that. We have like a fake video that we made that we did not post to this channel, and then after that we made our, you know, official first video.
Something I would like to add though is that, like Kiki mentioned, we did make practice videos. We actually made 2.
Oh.
The first one was, you know, really, it was for us to figure stuff out, like how we would do the voiceover, how we would edit it, what software we would end up using. And the second video was actually the food video, the very first video, but we ended up uploading it, and that's when we officially got started. But yeah, it is very nerve-wracking in the beginning, but like Kiki said, when you get started, it's just gonna get easier and easier. Also, if you never start, you never start, you know? So we really wanted to do this, so, I mean, heck, I think we've had this concept not the concept of this channel specifically, but the idea of making a duo channel, like, for quite a long time. So
yeah, we sat on like doing this channel for quite a while before actually starting. We were just kind of stuck in this loop of like being really nervous to start, and that kind of stopped us from starting until we just decided to like, that's why we decided to upload our second practice video, to actually start uploading, because that would then force us to have to upload a new video, you know. To answer that question, summarizing, you will kind of be nervous, but that's a good thing, because, you know, that means that you really want to do this thing, and, you know, you kind of have to push through stuff like this, which early Kiki thinking about that's, you know, that's probably not what she would want to hear. Like, I wish I wouldn't have been nervous when I started, but, you know, that's kind of just what happens. I was incredibly nervous, literally. Like, my first time doing a voiceover, I cried a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, I cried a little bit, but that's only because I was so nervous, because, you know, I care about doing well in this channel. But yeah, you will be nervous, but you will get over it once you start posting more and more, because compared to our first ever video to now, we've gotten a lot more comfortable, a lot less nervous, and yeah, that's kind of it for that. Do you guys use a script, and do you have to use one? So, you do not have to use a script, but at first, when we were doing our first few videos, I fully scripted, like what I would say, like word for word, because before I just couldn't like naturally have the words to say what I wanted to say, and sometimes I still find myself not really having an easy time articulating what I want to say, and like once we've posted the video and we watch it, I'll be like, oh, I forgot to say this, oh well.
And something that I would like to say about, you know, the whole scripting thing, you do not need to use a script for videos, but it does help to use one. It just really depends on the type of content that you make. Like, if you're doing like a deep dive video that's gonna be like 40 minutes long, you're gonna need a script, because you're gonna need to organize all that information just so that you don't like leave anything out. But for our videos, it's just us talking about the art and stuff. Me personally, I still do jot down my thoughts just so that I have an idea of what I want to say in the voiceover, but right now we're literally just going with the flow. We're literally going with the flow, because that's just what feels most natural to us and stuff. So yeah, we personally don't really use a script, but I do jot down some things, like maybe if I want to mention a reference so that I don't forget, and then I mention it later on in the voiceover. So yeah, that's how we personally do it.
But yeah, with our first video, I fully scripted what I wanted to say, because at the time, I just kind of couldn't fathom like doing the voiceover kind of like, you know, raw, just saying whatever comes to mind. And it did work for me at the time, because I was so nervous that I wanted to read word for word off of something. And again, that's where practice video comes in handy. Like, you can make a video where you fully script what you're going to say and do that, and kind of, you know, reflect on how you felt. Did it feel natural? Did it help? And then for another practice video, you could do one where you kind of shorten the script down to just a bullet list of things that you want to mention, and you can, you know, bounce off of that. And then another one where you're going in completely blind, which is what I do. Maybe not the best thing, but, you know, experiment with anything and everything, just to, you know, find what's comfortable for you. So yeah, thank you so much for your question.
We hope that helped.
Yeah, we hope that helped. Yeah, we're still pretty new to all of this, so I hope even just a little bit of what we talked about here gives you some ideas. And if you do plan on you know, making videos, we wish you the best of luck.
Company best.
Yep. Alright, next question. Golden Cherry asks, how do you guys get motivation?
This is a
This is a bit of a hard question.
I mean, me personally, this is not gonna work for everyone, okay? This is just how my brain works. I'm a procrastinator, so I find that sometimes I just have to push myself. I have to just do it, really. When it comes to art, I just really like making art in general, so I already have, like, motivation to do art. When it comes to anything related to our channel, like making art for the videos and just making videos in general, it's because I know I have to do it, so I automatically already have motivation because it's like this needs to get done. Because this is something that I want to do, so it has to get done. I just gotta do it.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of the same way. Just, you know, pushing through and doing stuff, which I don't know if that's really motivation. I guess, the fact that we have to get a video out by either Friday or Saturday is like motivation, like a push to do whatever it is we need to do to get things done. That's kind of it. I don't know if that's like the most healthy for everyone, but that's how it's going for us so far, so yep. Alright, Lily Vampire Girl asks, what inspired the cafe style? Alrighty, so the cafe style came from our personal love and definitely not obsession, borderline addiction to coffee. Yes, we are crazy about coffee. We drink it every morning and every afternoon, sometimes pushing for a third cup. I really should not be talking about this. This sounds like my strange addiction. I'm addicted to drinking coffee. Yes, we're addicted to coffee. I mean, we really love coffee, so the cafe style was kind of just that natural, you know, that was just the natural decision. On top of that, the cafe theming, just the general idea of a cafe, you know, you get a warm drink, coffee. You get a pastry, maybe. It's warm, and I feel like cafes, for me, like when I think about a cafe, I also think about like jazz or bossa nova, which I really like that kind of music because it's very calming and soothing and, you know, cutesy pretty, great. So all of that is why we decided to go for the cafe style. It just felt very natural to do, and a lot of my favorite memories from childhood also come from going to cafes, you know, like Barbie Bakery.
I think also another thing is when we were thinking up of like the concept for a YouTube channel, we just kind of thought about channels that we watched and we thought, hey, there isn't really much cafe themed stuff, so we just thought it was unique-ish, so we also went with it, but mostly because we like coffee.
Yeah. And why did you decide to make a co-owned YouTube channel?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. So, we both always wanted to do YouTube. We didn't always plan to do it together, but I will say, we've always done everything together, you know, being twins, and we're very, very close. We've done everything together, like literally everything. Like a lot of our interests are the same and we do a lot of the same things. I remember trying to make my first art YouTube video, and the thing is that Kiki was the camera person. She was filming it for me. So it's like, no matter what, even if I did a channel by myself, Kiki would probably still be helping me. So it was like, I think we're always kind of meant to make a channel together. Also because I do not think that I would ever be able to start a YouTube channel if I didn't do it with Kiki, because I'm too scared to make a channel by myself. So yeah, and also we can help each other out. So it just seemed like the most convenient option, I feel like. So yeah, and also I get to spend more time with my sister.
Oh. How sweet. Alright, thank you for your question. Oh, and actually, I think those are all the questions for this video, which is perfect because as of right now, the Audacity timer is reading 35 minutes, so we'll see what happens when I cut things down. Oh.
Alrighty guys, so that is all the questions of today's video. Thank you so much for all of you guys who asked questions. Like, we love you guys so much. I can't wait to keep making stuff like this. Like I love interacting with you guys. Who wants a drawing your OCs video? I think I'm ready for
I
that.
want to do those so bad.
We just gotta figure that out. But trust, when we do, oh my god, you guys are gonna get your OCs drawn. But yeah, we had a lot of fun making this video. We hope that you guys are satisfied with our answers. Yeah.
Yeah, we hope you had fun hearing us yappy, yappy, yap, yap.
All right. Also, what did you guys think of the art?
Yeah, I think it's really cute. It makes me really happy.
Yeah.
I like the way you drew Kitty Bun. I'm gonna be honest, Kitty Bun has been so hard for me to draw. Like, I love her. She's so adorable, but she's kind of hard to draw. I need to 3D model her or something so that she stays consistent. But the way you drew her is really, really cute. She looks like a little calico critter. Anyways, thank you guys again so much for 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
We hope to keep seeing all of you around as we keep going with this channel. And I just can't wait to keep making more videos, doing the videos that I want to do, like drawing your OCs. Again, please let us know if you want to draw your OCs videos, because I want to draw your OCs. And who doesn't want their OC drawn by Kiki and Gary? Forgot to mention, this week's video is on the week of our birthday.
Oh, right. Totally forgot.
Yep.
By the time this video is uploaded, which is our birthday's on Friday, it's gonna be our birthday, so happy birthday to me.
Maybe wish us a happy birthday, but yes, we will have become 1 year older than before. So yeah, we will see you in the next video. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Bye.